Cool. So last time you guys, after you had won the battle against the plane of fire elemental enemies battle, you met with King Azurith. You explained more about what was going on in greater detail. He had agreed to help you guys. As well as part of his thanks, he gave you a magical item from his vaults. It was a gorget, and when you had inquired about key users, he said, "Well, the two that are usually that were around are kind of on spiritual excursion right now. We'll try to contact them and see if we can get them back quickly. Unfortunately, because they didn't know much about like key using and such, they weren't able to tell you like what exactly they probably would be capable of in relation to what you needed them for. So you stayed there in his castle for the night, and tried to attune to a blood staff, which attempted to turn her undead.
It went ever so well.
It went over very well. Um, and then in the morning, after that happened, you guys stopped by King Jonah's to see if he could provide some help, and he was able to give you a few items that he had. And now you guys are back home to prepare some more. During the past week, in the shopping tab, I did tell you about a few people who had certain items that you were interested in, and certain items that you were interested in that probably cost a little too much, but from what I gathered from the thread, you weren't above stealing some of these items, or maybe
If they're
going.
jerks, we'll murder.
I think
Randomly.
it would be considered more of like a commandeering at this point, you know?
Commandeering. Okay, that's fine.
Provisioning.
Provisioning. Whatever you guys want to call it that will make you feel better about yourselves. I am not here to judge.
That was funny because you sound a little judgy through there.
Nope, not judging at all. Never would I judge you guys.
Sure.
What would you guys like to do? I gave you a couple names of two of the alchemists who had the potions of invulnerability and the potions of giant size. I also gave you the name of an individual who had two tomes, one of understanding and the other of quickness.
Do we think we'll be able to get like most of these things if assuming that we didn't fuck up, or just like we might have to pick and choose a few things?
That's really up to you guys, because the information I had given you of the people who had these things is all the information you really have.
Yeah.
Unless you go to like, they're not worldly renowned, so you may be able to get more information about them more locally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the tomes belong to Dr. Louis Fritz in Vox. The potions of giant size are with Alaric Adams in Fort Granite Robur, and the potions of invulnerability are with a person named Elira Lantana in Forge Dighton.
For the potions of giant size, I don't feel like that's worth the cost. I mean, if we wanna try to go and talk him down or commandeer / heist, etc., that's fine. I don't want to pay as much as those are asking.
No.
Like it's handy, but like not that handy. Do you guys want to? But the invulnerability, I know you guys were pretty interested in that. Do we want to try to go to Dighton and see about that or not?
Probably the invulnerability potions, because it'll be pretty
Yeah, I
valuable.
mean, the invulnerability potions we should prioritize over others. And if we have to steal them, so be it.
Okay. And just for your for like your own information, just buy and subtract from group funds as needed for the other things I listed. I don't know if you had gotten all of them, if you've gotten some of them.
Well, it was because most of them were expensive. I didn't bother marking off anything. I guess it depends on what everybody wants. The invulnerability obviously is going to be the we need to get these cheaper or for free. But I don't know how many healing potions we want to get and stuff like that. So
Now with the aura of vitality and holy weapon and such like that, like holy weapon especially, because that one would take 25 days normally. Do we have any, like, I don't know what level spells Raine or Tilda are able to put in a glyph of warding. Would either of them be able to put holy weapon in a glyph of warding?
Let me see.
I'm sure Raine can.
Nenri,
Well, I don't.
I believe is 12. So you're looking at 6th level.
I think
Nenrine would be able to do it.
Yeah.
Nenrine has one 6th level spell.
Yeah.
Okay, so if Nenrine is able to do that, then I think that we can have them do the glyphs of warding with holy weapon and aura of vitality. Now, can somebody remind me how glyphs of warding and concentration spells work?
You don't have to
last the full
concentrate on them.
duration.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get both of those bad boys.
Yeah.
Wouldn't hurt to also get a beacon of hope.
Yeah. We could do those. And then basically everything else I'm just down for either intimidation or negotiation or heist. I will say Mel is gonna draw the line at murder unless this person really fucking sucks. But if they really suck, then you know.
Zaitari also draws the line at murder, but you know, if
I said if the person sucked. If you walk outside and something happens,
yeah,
not your fault.
I mean, like if Raine does it and never tells us, then
Oh yeah,
how do we know?
I mean, yeah. Well, and like I said, if they're like terrible, if like we go there and they're just actively kicking all the puppies, I'll be like, oh, well, you know, murder might not be that bad. That's fine. Let's go. But yeah, if we want to, I'm thinking like we could, talk to Nenrine, kind of give them all of the materials that we need to do those glyphs that we want, and then give them some time, because obviously if they're using their higher level spell slots, they can only do that so many times per day.
Yeah.
And then we could Zaitari, do you want to just teleport all of us to Dighton? I think that's where that woman was, right?
Yeah.
And then
I just want to figure out how many glyphs of warding we're doing here. So so far I have listed out 1 holy weapon, 1 aura of vitality, 1 beacon of hope.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
And Nenrine can do up to 6th, right?
Yeah. But has to cast a spell slot, like, well, essentially would need to have a 6th slot to cast Glyph of Warding for, and then 5th. 5th is essentially the highest that he can go.
Okay.
is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I got you. In that case, heal is 6, so that would not work.
No.
Greater Restoration, if you guys wanted to have him do one of those, I don't know.
Yeah, let's have one on deck.
And then what we can do is we can have him put them in some sort of like book-like contraption where we can just pop it open.
Yeah.
I think that would probably be the useful ones that Ninrin would be able to pump out.
Does
I don't
Aoife
think-
want any enhanceability ones? Rather than getting scrolls.
Mm.
I will say, I think we have a cleric also in Ioun's library right now. And some of our buddies with the other relics. Isn't there a cleric in that group?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exalted?
Yeah, we can definitely task them with, glyphs of warding too. I'm just trying to figure out how much this is going to cost us.
Yeah.
We'll just go with 2 enhance abilities. Raine, do you have anything on your wish list that you would like from a cleric?
I don't think there's. I think I can most of my stuff from potions, and I have my my ring
Okay.
that I can put haste. Well, Tilda can put haste in,
Yeah, I will get the total for this and teleport everybody to Dighton.
Let me peek at cleric spells really quick. So I feel like there's one, but I'm just forgetting which one it was. Oh, it's not for glyphs of warding. It's for day of. Nenrine should come with us to death ward everybody that same day.
Okay. And I know Tilda can do Hero's Feast.
If it's feasible, I think having a few with mass cure wounds isn't the worst idea either. But the big one is the death ward.
Okay. Because Zaitari can do glyphs of warding with mass cure wounds in them just once a day, so it's limited to how many she can do because she'll be using her 9th level spell slot to cast Wish to cast Glyph of Warding. So
it's better to tap our cleric friends. And Nenrine is from the Temple of Ioun, so we could always try and send him back to basically recruit a bunch of interns to do a bunch of the low-level ones for us.
It's like, okay, chop chop.
I mean, honestly, I would say low-level ones, we don't need a ton of them. We've got some people that can cast low-level cleric spells, or, spells that are available to clerics and other classes. And we're probably going to have our hands full with a bunch of shit. Not that having a few is bad, but, I would say we don't need to go ham. I say going ham.
While you guys are, chit-chatting about this, Chambers does let you know that Morley has sent a updated ley line map, so let me actually replace this one and add the new one because of the shift that had been caused. There we go. Show you guys. So this is the lay of the landscape currently. Most things have not changed from the old one, except now there is a major point in Valido still, near Valido still, that just shifted downwards slightly. The one near Viridius is now a 3. Basically, he put anything higher than a 2 up on this map.
Placement in Rober where there's a 4.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a populated area?
No, it is not.
Is it a
Perfect.
completely unpopulated area, or is it just not heavily populated?
You're not sure. I mean,
Okay.
you'd have to. It's a desert. You know, there's always wandering nomadic individuals and groups. So
But there's no known
no
no
city.
known settlements.
Yeah, no
Okay.
settlement there. No
Okay.
permanent settlement.
That could be a good spot. I mean,
Especially
for
if we
on land, not near a population point, because we were thinking about doing the wilds, but that's only 3 now.
as long as
And
we're fast and we don't give it an opportunity to move again. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, honestly, we're taking all our chickens and putting them real close. Like if we fail, we're probably all gonna be dead. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah.
Here.
I mean, there's
So-
This
no
is
question
either
about
a
that.
save a world or a TPK situation. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not even
So-
just TPK. T.
EW.
No, actually,
TP.
TPK.
Dimension?
No,
Yeah,
it would be TPK
TW.
because it'd be total planar kill.
Yeah.
Ooh, or TPP. Oh no, wait, TP, no, TKP for total. No, TPK. Yeah, TPK for total Pondera kill. God damn.
There we go.
Mm,
Okay.
there.
Oh
We
boy,
got there.
that
We
one
got
did
there.
not want to come out of my mouth, guys. It was having trouble.
Yeah, that's a journey.
I am sober,
Where
but I
were
did only
we
have 3 hours of
talking-
sleep, so.
Where were we talking about for the fight and the
Rover.
Yeah,
yeah.
there's a little four boy in the desert.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
it's
more.
on land.
Yeah, Morley was talking with the exalted wizard, and she recommends a 3 and a 4 are probably your best bets at this point. 2 is not going to cut it for what she needs.
Also, what we should do is, if we want to go with Robur, which I think is a really good one, what we should do is try to have somebody, like go to that region and be like, hey, if anybody here, just leave, please. It's gonna be real bad real soon.
Yeah,
Please,
forward scouts to
GTFO.
clear it out.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
only problem I see with doing Rubber is again because of all the people that are there.
Well,
it's gonna be
This area is
particularly.
the middle of the desert.
I
so
know,
it's-
but at the same time, it's like I don't know how far it's gonna go out. That's the only reason why like the one in the wilds is even remotely like appealing.
I mean, there's still people there. They're just slaves. So, you know.
True.
What's her name in Rover that we have worked with before? Mama Pearl. If
Oh,
we can
yeah, Mama
contact
Pearl
Mama
might-
Pearl, because that way, if it is loosely or lightly or not at all really populated, then she can go through and send people to clear out whoever's there.
Yeah.
Also,
Can
that
I?
would be something that she would probably like to do because that would earn her some brownie points with everybody.
Yeah.
Could I ask?
I think Mount Pearl is mostly in the south, though she might have contacts.
She has.
she
I'm
absolutely
sure
has
she
contacts
absolutely
all
has
over.
contacts everywhere. Holy shit! I'm just blanking on her name now.
Alexandria?
No. Ice Queen.
Isadora?
Isadora. Thank you. Like for some reason, Imelda was coming to my head. I'm like, that is not it. What the fuck? Anyways, I'm gonna ask Isadora if
Mhm.
she's ever met Mama Pearl.
Let's see.
Roll it.
Not personally, she says. I've seen her around. She has attended some of my shows, but we've never formally met.
Would it be enough to send her ascending?
Yeah, I mean I know what she looks like. I know her name, so yeah, I think I'd be able to send her ascending.
Okay.
Then
I'm going to task Isadora with coordinating with Mama Pearl. She can name drop me. I'll even give her like specifics of like how we have interacted with Mama Pearl so she can know okay, like this person is legit. Like the reason why Zaitari isn't contacting you is because she's busy doing other world saving shit.
Okay.
Just to coordinate hopefully evacuations of that general area.
All right.
And also if there's any additional help that we can get that's there, that would be helpful.
All right. She will start doing that. Okay. So you guys are headed to Dighton.
Yep.
All right, and this is going to be for.
We're definitely not stealing, and definitely not murdering. Definitely not.
Definitely not.
This is for.
Probably.
I mean, listen, murder is going to
Gellantara.
be like at the very bottom of our list.
I mean,
And only if she qualifies. Let's see, where did I... So, the only thing I have to get for my simulacrum is a shield. I mean, if I can find a +1 shield or any kind of enchanted shield, I would love that for
Yeah,
her.
yeah, you could probably find one rather easily. Let me tell you how much it will cost. Just like on the. Where is it? There we go. Find.
She only has 73 hit points. I want to try to make her survive as long as possible.
So a +1 will cost you 1,500. A +2 will cost you 6 grand.
Let's see where we are after these invulnerability potions.
Okay. Okay.
Can the simulacrum take potions?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We're probably gonna end up using them, but you never know. Might be.
I know that it's not how simulacrums work, but now I'm just kind of imagining Vinny with his fruit.
Hi. Odin's being needy
Oh.
at the moment.
Okay. So you guys, are all of you going to Dighton, or is it just Zaitari and somebody else?
Oh, I'm going to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ethan doesn't need to go. I will stay and run extra astral plane classes.
Mm-hmm.
It probably makes sense. The Raine will just stay and work on the growing the potions
Okay.
that she's making.
Sounds good.
I'm sorry, there's going to be a possible heist, and Raine is staying home?
You guys got.
I have okay stealth. We'll be fine.
Okay.
Oh, do
I
you
have a
want Raine to go?
I have a
Yeah.
Oh,
+10.
no, this is okay. This is the buddy cop comedy that we all needed.
It is.
This is...
Well, listen, hopefully I'm just going to be able to talk her down to giving them to us with my endless, like my bottomless pits of charm. So
That's
Promises we
there?
may or may not keep, you know. Maybe they need somebody for a heist after this is all over. And like, I got this
True.
friend. You know?
true. Listen, I am not above
You can whore us out.
granting, like saying, like if we survive this, I'll give you any favor you want. so we'll see how it goes.
Just print up a whole list of IOE.
I just kind of bend forward into the comms device and say this is my favorite store in the citadel.
Yep.
My name is Zaitari Esteban, and this is my favorite store in Dighton.
So you teleport to the. So each major city has a teleportation circle. So you would have to go. Well, you've been to Forge before, I believe.
Yeah, we have.
Okay, then you just teleport to Forge. If you
buddy.
ask around where Elira's shop is, the locals will point you to a shop in the middle of Fortress Square called Jinx and Tonic.
I love it.
And yeah, she's right in there. It's very hard it's very hard to miss because other than the name, the store is painted very, very pink.
Hmm.
It's like a hot pink.
Mm.
I thought the Barbie movie
The
brought out
outside or
all of the hot
inside
pink.
or
the outside.
Mm.
It's very eye catching. And there's like various like plants growing in front of it. All of them of like anything with like a warm color blossom with it. Your pinks, your reds, your oranges. Yeah.
Interesting.
When you step
Oh,
inside,
Let's go see if that's not a
there's
potion.
there is a wind, like instead of just your regular old shop bell, it just hits like a wind chime when you go in, and it smells like you think you'd be entering a perfume store instead of just a potion shop. Very, very floral notes. There's like some sugary undertone notes as well. Every single potion in the shop is contained in beautifully crafted glass bottles that have like just like weird curves to them, weird tinted glass to them. At the end of the shop there is a woman. She has, you think, she would have, like, bleach blonde hair or anything. No, she is, well, first of all, she appears to be human. She is wearing some, pair of deep purple robes, and she has, like, this nice, like, rhinestone like wrap that's around her head, hiding her hair. And when she sees the two of you enter the shop, she says, hello, welcome to Jinx and Tonic. My name is my name's Elra, but you can call me El. How can I help you two today?
We have heard that you have some potions of invulnerability.
I
We
do.
would love to purchase them, barter for them, do something to get them.
I see. And yes, they are quite sought after. So the asking price for 4 of them, the asking price for each of them is 11,000 each currently. And you mentioned bartering. Do you have anything? What were you thinking of bartering with?
Well, me and my companion here, we are 2 parts of the Heroes of Leona. Case. My name is Zaitari. This is Sir Melanie.
Oh, here's I have heard of you. This is an honor. Well, you must have come across some very unique things during your time then, I suppose, adventuring.
Oh, very much so. But
Actually, before we came, was there any random because I didn't think about bartering with like supplies. Were there any weird, what were those things that you got from the plane where we did the thing, garden lady that punched us but then was nice to us?
The Celestial Plane? Yeah.
Yeah. Were there those that
There would have been extra stuff potentially. It's like that's the 20 things we're going now are just like the things we can do in like a week. There's more.
Actually, I take that back. Hold on. Actually, my fiance has a bit of a garden, and in that garden, we are currently growing several plants from the celestial plane. Celestial plane? Celestial plane? Yeah. Yeah. And I'm sure that we could happily set up some trade with that, whether you want cuttings to grow your own or some of the supplies from that. Also, killed some dragons and probably going to kill some more if we don't die here in a bit. So, you know, if you want any bits of things, we're
I'm sure before we left, I would have gotten the names at the very least from Raine. To have something of a bargaining chip. And I'll use minor illusion to help show what these plants are that we have.
Interesting. Well, I mean, that would knock down the price, I would say, probably about to 10K each at that point. Any magical items? Any maybe unique?
Do you have any use for weapons? Because we have a selection, but I'm not sure if you would be interested in such things.
I did use to adventure back in my day, and occasionally, I do have clients that are ask me if I know anybody that has things like that. I also speak to like colleagues when they have to, if they have to go out, I may give them a weapon in return for whatever they find, that kind of thing. So I'm open to bartering with magical items as well.
Okay, because I'm gonna probably lay out everything that we have available on the table.
Okay. Take a look.
Which is the magic items that we are not using. I do have them all written down.
Yeah, you put them. Okay, let's see. She, once you start laying things down, she
just start like taking shit out of my Mary Poppins bag of holding.
She puts on a pair of pink tinted glasses and starts going through them one by one.
As she's doing that, I'll say, while you were in your adventuring days, did you ever have to deal with any old gods?
Not old gods in particular. She kind of like, before she says that, she kind of pauses. I have run into my fair share of divinely level divine status individuals before. Not old gods in particular. Let's see, the oil etherness worked. Okay, so if you give me some plant cuttings, that knocks off 1,000 per, and then if you throw in the oil of etherealness, that will additionally do another 200. And then if you go ahead and roll an insight check when she said that.
No. I didn't hear what you said.
Insight check when she kind of paused when saying something about like a divine beings in particular.
Yeah, like divine level.
Yeah, divine level individuals.
Let me do that 1 second. Bloop. Bloop.
The luckstone will knock it down each by another 1,000. Zaitari, you kind of get the feeling like she's trying to brush it off more as an, oh, we met in passing. It's probably a little more not in just passing in that case.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody has the ability to craft potions of invulnerability, and it especially have this many in stock. They are a very extremely talented alchemist.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll once we figure out the price of these, I will definitely want to have a chat with her about what she means about a divine level being. So, because let
Okay.
me tell you, we could get any help from divine level beings that we can get.
So that will knock it down to that much, and then, and I assume you're interested in all four.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then that will knock it down further, so another 8. So that would be 22 per. And then if robe of eyes. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, so I'll tell you what. If you trade with me, she points to Thorn Piercer,
Mm-hmm.
the row of eyes, the oil of etherealness, and what was the other thing I was looking at? And the stone of good luck. With those 4 items, she will trade you for the 4 potions of invulnerability.
And you said, okay, so Thorn Piercer,
Yep. Robe
Stone of Good Luck, Robe of Eyes,
and oil of etherealness.
boop. Okay, done.
All right. Let me go and pack those up for you. If you
I can get you the cuttings tomorrow. I only have so many teleportation spells that I can cast in a day.
I totally understand. Let me pack these up for you. If you wish to open up a bottle, take a smell, smell it just in case if you just want to check my work, you're more than free to before you leave the store. I do, if the bottle is unused and not not tampered with other than opening it in the store, I do have a 2-week refund policy. So she goes, she takes a very beautiful, like, it almost looks like a it's like a pink velvet box, and inside there are little like holes for the potions so they don't move around. She adds some extra like packing paper. She closes it up and ties the top with like a very easy to undo silvery bow. Unless you wanted to look at the like potions closely before she packed them up.
I mean, I don't know what I'm looking at, really, so...
It's this is gonna be we're gonna have Tilda look at these when we get back to the keep. But
or Raine. I mean, Raine's got alchemist knowledge.
Or 4K Nellos knows.
True.
But besides these, we would love to know if you have any healing potions in stock as well.
Healing potions. Let me take a look.
We're looking for superior or supreme.
They have been flying off the shelves recently since the.
Oh, I'm sure. And potions of speed as well.
Potions of. Unfortunately, no on the speed. I do have one superior healing potion I can sell you. Let me just take a look at the price. Okay. I am willing to let this go since you just cleaned me out of potions of invulnerability. What were you? What were the superior? I will let this go for 1,000.
Excellent. We'll take it.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes?
You, she points to you in particular, Zaitari. So here's of Leona. So you're Zaitari, you said.
Correct.
I'll throw in a what would I have that you would be interested
Oh, what did you
in?
say? You said a superior
Yeah,
healing
I said it
potion,
was
yeah?
a superior. I will throw in a she's looking through her she's looking through her potion list, her inventory. I will throw in 2 potions of flying
Mm.
if you could help me with something. It's should be rather quick for somebody of your creative nature.
What kind of timeline are we talking?
Probably just half an hour.
Okay.
It just merely it. So
what is the thing you need help with?
so I have a very my partner is very anxious, she says. And unfortunately I don't get to see her as often as I wish. I am good at my craft, but words are not exactly my forte. I'm just asking if you could help me write a letter of affection to her.
Oh, absolutely. I'd be more than happy to.
Excellent. It's also a little of a it's yes. That would be lovely. But yes, the 2 potions of flying for that service.
Absolutely. You have a deal. I'll stick my hand out for a shake.
She will shake it.
Wonderful. So, I mean, if you like, we can do the letter writing now. Though I am curious about, mostly just because we're looking for any help or advice that we can get going into the battle that is to come. I'm curious as to the nature of the run-in that you had with the divine being.
Oh.
Like, if it was something that you had to overcome through wits, or
Since you're helping me, I have no problem, with this now. The divine person in question is my partner. She is my patron. If you in I guess that kind of magical term.
I feel like that's like dating your boss to like the nth degree. Like
honestly, that's incredibly sweet.
No pressure, Zaitari.
Nope, none. As soon as you said what her request was, I'm like, this celestial being is definitely what she had the run-in with, that she's writing her letters of affection to.
See, my her name is Isis, and she gets very worried about me. So after we had met and after we began a relationship, she decided that in order to protect me, she should bestow powers upon me. And she's like, she gestures. You see where this is going.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I tried to tell her, I'm running a potion shop. There's, no, she shouldn't worry as much, but she, I am still mortal, so she does worry a lot.
I will say, as of right now, she's probably right to be worried. There's a lot of bad things that are possibly going to happen soon if we don't stop them. Literally, world ending.
However,
But
you can have this letter ready for when that's done.
Yeah, perfect. And these potions of invulnerability are going to help us save the world. So you're keeping
100%.
yourself safe. Look at this.
Yes, and we do appreciate the discounts, and the potions of flying. They will be of great help.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm happy I could help. It took her a while for me to try to convince her not to whisk me away into a pocket dimension indefinitely.
You know, I feel like that would be a danger of having a more intimate relationship with such a divine, powerful being that they would just whisk you away.
I mean, a weekend getaway would not be bad right about now.
It's true. The only place that would be safe would be the Feywild, but we'd have to do some fucking deal to get guaranteed that we come back before anything happened.
Yeah, Ilaria is very appreciative of the. Go ahead and. What would you like to use to craft this letter of affection for her partner?
I would personally, so let me ask her if she wants it to sound like it's coming from her, or if she wants to be open about the fact that I am writing this on her behalf and putting into words the feelings that she has trouble
she's gonna say
communicating.
She's gonna say the latter because at this point her patron probably knows what's going on. She's pretty good at that kind of thing.
Then I would love to roll a performance check to essentially write what I'm essentially going to do is ask her how they met, all those things, what they mean to each other, what she means to her, the depths of feelings, just trying to really get an understanding of this situation and write a sonnet.
Okay, interesting. Okay, yeah. Alara explains that she was in the wilds looking for rare ingredients with a few of her fellow adventurers in the looking for, adventuring and looking for rare components. She got separated from her friends. She found this weird ruin of a shrine in the middle of the jungle. She was getting attacked by a hydra. There was some divine intervention. It turns out Isa saved her, and
if Melanie is near them while she's hearing this story, she's just like, maybe she's right to be worried, under her breath, just kind of damn girl.
At first, it was okay, little mortal being. I've saved you. It's time to go back because she felt bad that she was gonna get eaten by a hydra. But I guess just by talking to her, it sounds like to Zaitari. It sounds like even Alara was a little clueless at first about what was going on. She was just being nice and appreciative. That they started to develop something. Or Isa started to develop something. And then they kept in touch, as one does, and it just developed from there. And then during her adventures, Aurora almost died to a giant mutant dragonfly, and that's when Isis decided, hey, you need something more powerful magic. Don't die, please.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Yes, basically.
Yeah, kind of like with Jester and the Traveler, just being like, oh wow, But instead of a warlock, she turned into a fucking cleric. It's like, let me show you how to cast Eldritch Blast. What's the Sacred Flame comes out instead? That's not what that's supposed to look like.
Was that a guiding bolt? What are you doing?
But yeah, that's basically it. And then ever since then, they've been pretty inseparable. On a patron to devotee type of deal.
Okay.
Buddy.
Let me. There's my performance.
No.
Not great, but it helps having a plus 19.
Yeah. No, it's pretty good. Alara loves it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably look at it and be like, it's not my best work, but I think it'll suffice. And she'll probably look at it and be like, what the fuck? This is the best thing I ever read.
But yeah, she thanks you. She packs up the potions of flying as well in a beautiful velvet box. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay, great. Yeah, if we can hit up a weapon shop while we're here, I'm more than happy to barter with some of the items that we have to try to get myself a good shield for my
Okay.
simulacrum.
Okay, sounds good.
Buddy.
Or as I like to call her, Zaitari.
Zaitari.
I love it. Ow, buddy. Buddy, I have a needle in my hand. You gotta be careful. I'm getting biscuited to death, guys.
No, he's like, no, you need to be careful, Mom.
Yeah. He's like, I got 5 needles. They're on all my feet.
Aoife, you are giving extra lessons to the folks. I do have a list of the 14 you were able to. Are you back from your water endeavors? Okay. I do have a list of the 14. Okay. Of the 14 that you're able to that are in the group. The Astro Slack. And
Oh my god. Astral Slack.
Astro Slack. And among them are a couple folks you recognize. We know. It's Belzor and Lynn. Durga, the first astral person you spoke to in Kalta. Latu is the Way of Death Arakoa that was giving you ideas. And then the other person is San. He's part of the Guardians. And then there are half of them are from Inkalta, and then most of them are from Inkalta, and then the rest of them are from Pandera. So you have roughly 5 Pandarans. No, wait, 6 Pandarans and 8 Inkaltans.
Wait, I thought all of it was Pandera.
I'm separating greater mainland Pandera and Inkalta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Gotcha.
My bad. Are you gonna be okay?
He's on my chest, so it's just hard to talk. Oh god, he jumped right off my chest.
I know exactly what pain you're experiencing because Odin does that shit to me all the time.
He doesn't like to sit on my lap. And he likes it when I lean back my chair and he sits on my chest, but then he was right on my breastbone, so it's just very difficult to talk.
Yep. Yeah, and then what usually Odin will do is he'll shove his head up and usually bump straight into my nose, which will hurt because I have two septum piercings, so it's not the most pleasant feeling in the world.
No.
And then all of his fur just gets all up in my mouth. So every time you hear me,
Mm.
that's because of him.
Yeah.
What
Luke
are you-
likes to headbutt my fans instead, thank goodness.
Are you trying to, at this point, get more people to understand your techniques by doing extra astro lessons at this point? Okay, make sure people know enough to help teach others. Second, press person to be your second. Right. Okay. In that case, there are two people you identify that could be your second. And
Is it Belzor and Lynn?
it is Belzor. I just rolled them back to back. I literally rolled them back to back randomly. And those are the two people that came up.
Of course.
I like it.
I mean, it would be them.
So Belzor and Lynn would be they are pretty neck and neck for second at this point. Probably because they have lived so many goddamn lives that they pretty much know exactly what you're trying to do. Um So if you do not choose, and understandably because they are Link, if you ask for volunteers, Belzor's willing to be second. I don't know if you... Lynn would also do it, but I would understand if you did not want her to be third because they are inherently linked, and if one bites the dust, the other will too.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Okay. Then Latu, the Arakoa, will volunteer to be third. Okay. All right. And they have, and you know, through the Astro Slack, they have been trying to teach as many people as possible.
I have the perfect name for it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay. So, obviously we have Discord, which is when you think about it too, like Discord can also be like a bad thing. So, it's called Harmony.
I mean, I like it. I like it. I mean, I'm not gonna
I'm
lie,
really proud of myself for that, okay?
I still like Astral Slack a lot, but I like Harmony too.
I'm sinking in my chair. Leomar, please don't do that. I know Dad's not home. I know that's why you're only here. Okay.
It's like the only person I tolerate to live in this house is not here right now, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself.
He's literally under my. He's under my. Like the cubby between my drawers and desk, and he's just like. As I was lying down, I felt a claw touch my leg. And I'm just like, "Hello, Liamar. How are you doing?" Poor baby. Okay. Yeah, they are trying to teach as much as possible. You also not you, Zaitari, you also get a message, a relay from Isadora, that the Godslayer should be operational. They're trying to hurry as fast as they can, but it should be operational in what day are you? Oh, yeah. In about 10 days. Fully
Okay.
operational. They've gotten a lot of help and they're trying to work as fast as they can. And thankfully they have a champion of Moradin on their side to help with the process. Because, this is essentially Moradin's baby now.
Essentially.
But it's rough going because it sat underground for so many years.
Yeah.
So it's like getting parts to it, especially with the seas being as rough as they are right now, and getting the manpower wasn't too difficult. It's just getting the materials over there. It's proving to be a little bit more cumbersome than they thought it would be.
Are we also able to coordinate with them? And because Warden Cleric guy, brain dead, can't remember his name. Grim, yeah, is part of, the Exalted. We're able to coordinate that the plan is this X location in Robur. This is where we're going to be executing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He will relate that to their wizard, who is, from what you understand, like nearly there at a breakthrough about this emotion soup crater thing.
The sad rocks.
Sad rocks. Sad stone soup.
We come up with the best names, guys.
Yeah.
The sad rocks. Prostate in a box.
Raine, you are gardening.
Yep.
Okay.
It's the old country gardener.
Okay.
I bet your belt is just so excited right now.
Probably what Raine would be interested in checking out this would be, she does do her little experiments. Now we got all this shit, and the problem is, there's only so many actions and bonus actions in a round. She would like to try and see if she could combine in one potion, the +1 to melee and the +1 to death saves. And if she has to lose a few in the experiment, then so be it.
You are essentially combining two chemicals,
Yeah.
compounds together to see if they just work.
Well, I would hope Raine is smart. I'm not.
Listen, every experiment has to start somewhere.
This is true.
How would we know so many things without the people who exploded before them?
It's true.
Even with cuisine wise, how did people know eggs were delicious?
Yeah.
How did people know bug lobsters tasted shrimp are bugs? Shrimp are sea bugs.
Oh yeah.
She's delicious sea bugs, especially in
Look,
butter.
I'm just imagining Raine going into battle wearing one of these.
No, this is being made for Melanie, first of all, if we get a successful one. And honestly, is that not something Melanie would wear?
I mean, yeah. Also, Aoife, You make a solid point. Humans are curious.
Humans are very curious.
You put magic in their hands. Who boy?
What kind of skill would you like to roll for this?
Well, it's gotta be an intelligence potions check, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
only, is what things can I add magically and whatnot to make sure it doesn't just, completely turn disgusting or useless and, retains the properties of both. Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to make all of them into this, but I just want like one, maybe two,
Okay.
I'm assuming this is going to take, some experimentation and some failures. And so if there's a price to pay, that's fine. Because like it's not like I said, there's 20 things. We're not going to drink 20 potions plus potions
Whoa.
and vulnerability plus, plus.
You're gonna give Melanie another sports drink, aren't you?
Yep. Hey, like I said, +1 for Melee, that's good for Raine. And for Melanie. And a +1 to death saves because she can't lose Melanie.
Aww.
Raine will go straight fucking evil again, guys. I'm just telling you.
Listen, you just have to make sure that Zaitari doesn't die even harder.
Yeah.
I have wish.
So I said intelligence. Okay,
Yes,
that's
you
fine.
did. You
Excellent.
make a good. You can make a good case.
Is that did?
Did that add
Um.
things, or did you just roll not great?
I just rolled not great. Let's luck that.
Oh yeah, you rolled a 3.
It's 17.
All right. Your first combination doesn't go well, so randomly, randomly lose items. I'll let you. How many things do you have?
So what I where? Let me go back to the thing. So that is the. So I have 4 of the +1 to melee, and I have 5 of the +1 to death saving throws.
All right, so
So-
I would can one of each then.
Okay. So. Okay, do it again. God damn it.
Hold on. I'll
Alright,
I'll do roll again. To try to figure out why that didn't work.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Would that be just a straight intelligence or intelligence potions?
I'll give you intelligence potions.
Okay.
You need a
Oh, hand
stabilize.
number.
You need a stabilizer if you're gonna put the two together.
Okay. So I consult.
Milk. Of course, milk.
Oh god.
Darling, why is this curdled? Don't worry about it, Melanie. Just fucking drink.
You
Milk.
gotta get it down.
Ooh.
This is
It's-
gonna
it's
be like
just
one of those fucking
It's gonna be
hangover
chunky.
cures. Where it's like just a bunch of random shit in a glass. And you're like, oh yeah, this definitely cures hangovers.
You're gonna be able to chew this.
It's fucking
Oh.
it's wake up juice from Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what I made myself one time? And I'm gonna be honest, I regretted it a lot for several hours. But I made myself espresso and then I added carnation instant breakfast to it. And I called it super breakfast.
God,
Yeah.
that sounds like drinking coffee soylent.
Yeah, I actually also, to try to give it an extra kick, I made it with oh god, I made it with espresso and a little bit of coffee creamer and the carnation. Yeah, no, it was bad. Don't do that.
Oh my god.
I was really awake while I wanted to die though. I was in the bathroom and awake.
I was awake and regretted it.
I was awake and did not care for that at all.
0 out of 10, do not recommend.
It's bad.
Yeah.
3 out of 10 with rice.
Raine will consult with Demeter for almost stabilizer would work best.
She'll give the properties a look, and she's gonna say, well, you need something to so what's happening is you have a degradation problem here. So you need to bring, I believe you need to bring stability once you create the medium. I think I think this should work. So she brings out a jar. And she's like, I think this will work. Essentially, she is going to add some kind of like modify. It looks like a starchy quality to like a powder that feels like a type of syrup.
Tapioca?
So like that. I'm thinking more like it's akin to like xanthan gum, I would
Mhm.
say. So
Oh God.
she
Yeah.
adds this. It's not
Pretty
gonna
fun.
like she says it's not gonna taste good, and it's not gonna like the texture is gonna be terrible.
Mm.
But I think this should stabilize it. So go ahead and roll with advantage this time.
Okay. 23.
That will work.
And let's assume I have to go out on maybe one journey with people. How many would I have a chance to? How many of those would I have a ability to make? Yeah.
So you were down to 3-4 at that point.
Mhm.
Now you have 2-3. You probably could make 2 more.
Okay, then I will do that.
Okay.
Raine's patented sports drink.
I wouldn't exactly call it a sports drink.
Patented sports drink.
Yeah, it does. It's like drinking Pepto Bismol.
Like that doesn't. Although I don't drink it on the regular.
Okay. So you'll spend the day doing that. Aoife has designated her second and third. The God Slayer is going to take 10 more days to reach completion. You guys are looking for weapon shops to get a shield.
Yeah, that +2 shield that
That-
you mentioned.
yeah.
Unless there's something fancier that somebody's willing to trade for.
You might have something cheaper. Let's see. I will go down the list of common things you can find in the stores nearby because it is Forge.
And also any other potion shops that we can get potions of speed or more healing potions off of.
So, here's the deal.
Yeah.
Animated shield, if you're looking for a +2, will cost you the same. So will a shield of arrow catching. They're all the same cost. +2 animated shield and arrow catching shield. They're all $6,000.
I don't really need an animated shield. So just a +2 shield would be nice.
Okay.
So I'll trade for it with what we have left
Okay.
of the stuff.
So they are willing to trade you. Oh, they'll trade you 1-for-1 for the bracers of defense
Rad.
to make it easy.
Cool. I will strike that off. And where do we need to travel to get more healing potions? Or potions of speed?
Potions of speed.
Unless Raine doesn't want them anymore.
Raine wants them all. All
Okay.
the
All the
we were just talking
potions of
about this.
speed.
Raine's just going to be on meth.
Yeah.
I can quit anytime I want.
I'm fine! I'm fine! Twitch. Twitch. Shadow's gonna get back, and Melanie's gonna have to explain
My
why
mom is in rehab.
Raine is just constantly bouncing off the walls, literally, because she can't stop moving anymore.
No.
Those you can find a little more easily. There are a few potion shops. There's a potion shop in Forge. Like I mentioned, the price of each is still going to be 1,200 because those are really high in demand. Apparently, they're quite addictive too.
Yeah, I bet. Well, again, we can trade for them if any of the items on the list are interesting at all. So, and we do still have a lot of gold to work with. So,
and then speed, you said.
I feel like one of these nerds has to be interested in the Tome of Books and the Harmonious bookmark.
They'll trade you the handy haversack for 2 potions of speed.
Okay, take it.
Sorry, one of these nerds. I love it. Hey,
Drake.
do not eat your bed. Hey, get out there. Bed's food. Go.
What about Mom?
And then you mentioned people having those essentially plus 2 tier stats manuals. Is there any way we can get in contact with them and see what we can do to see if we can use them? Or do we just need to go directly there?
You probably have to go directly there. This person is kind of reclusive.
That's fine. If Melanie wants to be dropped off, I can drop Melanie back off.
I'll go with you. She doesn't have much else to do.
All right.
She's feeling kind of useless. She's messing Shattuck.
Do you know where Shattuck is?
Nope.
Okay. Do you want to know where Shattuck
Nope.
is? Okay.
Probably safer not to know.
All right.
I am gonna have somebody like send a message before everything goes down, but Mel does not want to know because she doesn't want it to be possibly used against her.
Would Melanie want Zaitari to send a sending to her now? Or is that gonna be like upsetting?
Well, I mean, not right now. It's fine. I'm guessing that at some point Mel has probably had somebody send a message to either Shattuck or to her brother to just make sure that they're safe. But you know what? Hell with it. Yeah, go ahead and send a message not to Shattuck but to Mel's brother, Daniel, I think his name is.
Yeah, Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, exactly. Just be like, you know, how is everybody? Is everybody safe? Are you guys good? Don't tell us where you are, but like, are you safe?
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll send a check-in.
Okay. Oof.
I will say, your brother says that they are safe and having a good time, but Shattuck misses you both terribly.
We miss her. But this is not a safe time.
Soon, we shall all be reunited with our loved ones.
So I assume you have to wait the day to teleport to Vox.
Well, I only did one teleport, and I do have, because I imagine that we slept actually, an 8th and 9th level spell slot with which I could use to teleport. So.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
So I can bounce us around, like within one day, a couple places.
All right. One sec. The cat wants food.
Meow 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 meow.
Requires sustenance.
Mother, this food, it is not acceptable. I require new food. I just put it out 5 minutes ago. I do not care. It is dead to me.
The bottom of my dish, Mother. The bottom is visible.
It must be fresh. It must be fresh. Don't you see I am dying?
Or, doesn't turn their back, take it around with your toe, and then like, hey, new food! New food!
Thank you, Mother. I see you have seen the error of your ways and given me fresh food.
Local cat has never been fed, says local cat.
Yep.
More at 11. I love every time you see like a picture and somebody has like a sign and it's like has like Bob been fed and then somebody's like, we have to have this sign because our cat lies.
Yeah.
And you just see this chonky cat that has no remorse. Just like, feed me again.
It's like, this cat may sound like it's dying. We assure you, it is not.
I can assure you, the cat eats better than the humans,
Yeah. Oh god, I was at the vet today just for Odin's just annual checkup, and he had some shots to get, and they had fucking kittens in the lobby, free to get home. I was fucking dying.
I hate going to the vet only because they always have like one cat, and they've got like a really big enclosure that they keep it in, and but it's for adoption.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to bring every single one of them home with me every time. Like I would be your mommy, and you would be so happy. And Kelly's like, we already have 2 cats and 2 dogs. Please, for the love of God, don't do this to me. Like, just wait.
Like if I didn't,
first, I'm gonna become the cat ladiest of cat ladies.
Yeah, if I didn't have 3 cats already, I was in danger of taking home a 4th cat. But yeah, not right now. As much as he was an adorable baby.
I would feel bad bringing any cats in until Tano's older, because right now she doesn't hurt the cats, but she like scares them from time to time because she's very fast and very loud, and she's just a lot. If you're 9-ish pounds and there's a 40-pound husky running around just yelling, like, it's a lot. So like, Leia doesn't give a shit about her, and they get along fine because Leia doesn't run, and so she doesn't get chased. But Luke, bless his heart, he runs because he's just a very scaredy boy, and then he gets chased because he ran, and I'm just like, buddy, if you just didn't run. And here, I mean, I always try to stop her, but she's very, very, very fucking fast. Almost like she would pull a sled in another life.
Well, whoever you get next needs to be named Ahsoka, so.
Well, yeah, that's who she's named after. Tano is named after
Oh
Ahsoka
yeah,
Tano.
that's right. That's right. I thought it was a different character. My bad.
No. It's Ahsoka Tano and Sabine Wren
Yeah.
is who her dogs are named after.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, I am back. So go ahead and roll investigation.
Oh Christ! Can I please use my people skills and just talk to people?
Yeah, you can
with
talk
a
to people.
Okay. Okay. I'm like, please God.
So it takes a couple hours. Like you have to pretty much tavern hop, because I assume that's what you're doing, unless you specify
Yeah. No, it would.
otherwise.
No, it's probably. I mean, tavern hopping and stopping in stores. Somebody has to know about this person.
You do some tavern hopping and store hopping, and they know of Dr. Fritz. He lives out north of the city. He comes into town once a year to get like supplies and stuff. And as big as his house is rumored to be, he usually just comes by himself. He's at least 75 years old.
Is he human?
He is human.
Okay. Because 75 for a human and 75 for an elf are very different.
He's human. He's 75. He doesn't really talk much. He's pleasant enough to speak with, and he's polite, but nobody really knows too much about him. They assume he is a former adventurer, because of, he has enough funds. He doesn't present himself as like a businessman of any sort. But they can roughly tell you the path to get to him.
Okay.
It is just 10 miles, though. So you'll have to get a horse or something.
Just polymorph Mel.
Okay. Sure. I mean, if so long as Melanie's down for it, I will do that.
Yeah.
I'll make you a griffin, even.
Cool. I was gonna say the only thing is you gotta make me something cool. But
Oh,
that's
sorry,
perfect.
not a griffin. I can make you a giant eagle. My bad.
Yeah, right.
I don't think griffins are beasts, so.
I mean, I'm not super smart. Oh, actually, I mean, giant eagles don't have a low intelligence. They're not.
No, they have they're essentially the smartest animal you could polymorph into. So.
Nice. Yeah, after we get there, I will, as a giant eagle, fly around and see what's up.
All right.
Like, I'll let Zaitari off, like, a little ways away and, like run, recon. Fly around. Eagle eyes.
Okay. It takes you, so without dashing, eagle is kind of like 9 miles per hour. So it takes you roughly an hour, a little more than an hour to get to what you think is his home.
Okay.
And when I say what you think is his home, it is a Victorian style house in the middle of the woods that has seen better days. There's a hole in the roof.
We are going into a haunted mansion.
Yes.
The fence around it is rusted and is in need of repair. The garden is, well, not really a garden anymore. Just probably just been swallowed up by poison ivy and oak. It is. If you didn't know better, it looks like nobody's lived here for years.
So I fly around as an eagle, just kind of looking around. If I fly a little ways out, I'm assuming I can't see much out of that because it is a wooded area.
Mm-hmm.
But like, do I see any anything that looks super out of the ordinary in the a realm around, like some sort of obvious booby traps, or like, I don't know, a big sign that says "I'm a mummy," like, you know, that sort of thing.
I mean, you are an eagle, so you do have advantage on perception checks.
I don't know what their perception stat is.
It's +4.
It's a +4?
Mhm.
Okay. Alright, so... And then... Oh, okay, 22.
Okay. Not really. I mean, what might be a little. There is one thing that catches your eye now that you're doing another flyby, and
Mhm.
it's hidden beneath a lot of like the creeping vines.
Okay.
There are some humanoid shaped bushes.
What now?
Humanoid, like bushes, like, you know, like shrubbery that has been shaped in the shape of like people.
Now, and I believe that in the Feywild or somewhere we fought blights.
Mhm.
Do these look like shrubberies shaped like people, or these look like fucking blights?
They look like shrubbery. Like if you had like if there was like a shrub, like a bok, like, you know, your regular hedge. It's just literally been like that. It looks like it's been like sheared to be person shaped.
And
That's
it's
super suspicious.
it's taken care of enough where it still looks person shaped,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mel,
everything else is shit.
Yep.
That's
E-
concerning.
Eagle Mel is going to swoop down and land directly in front of one and poke it with her beak.
Oh god. Why did you do this when Zaitari is so far away?
You're poking the shrubbery with a beak.
Well, to be fair, also, well, I don't know. Is the giant eagle have a higher or lower intelligence score?
I mean,
I mean, Mel has a Mel only has 12, so
eagles are 8.
Okay.
So yeah, she is dumber than usual. You know.
It would be in line with a Melanie thing to do if she had an 8 for an intelligence. So yeah.
So
Yeah.
Melanie,
Yeah.
your armor class in this state is a 13.
Okay.
The shrubbery, when you poke the shrubbery with your beak,
Mhm.
it doesn't react. However, the vines around you do.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are very thorny vines, by the way.
Sure.
Please go ahead and take 20 points of piercing damage from the thorns.
Okay, let me look up the hit points.
It's
for a giant eagle.
26.
And how much do I take?
20.
Okay. All right. Woo!
Time to fly away?
I squawk. I give it the angriest squawk, and I try to fly away.
All right. They will get a
Opportunity attack.
opportunity attack. They will miss. They were pretty poorly.
Cool. I will.
God, you're so fucking lucky.
I will fly over to Zaitari,
Mhm,
land in front of her.
mhm.
And
She looks
start
like
just,
shit, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be
Just
like, what
blood
did you do?
and
Drive
feathers
through-
are missing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll just say to Melanie Eagle, what did you do? Did you drive through a thorn bush?
and Melanie will try to mime a person, but she's an eagle. It is not going well. She has no hands.
I'm guessing that you're trying to tell me something that you want to be not an eagle anymore. Okay, I'll snap my fingers. You poof back into Melanie.
Oh God, thank you. Sorry, that was. All right, so there's these shrubs over there that look like people, and I was curious about it, so I went down and like poked one, as one does, And the shrubs did not attack me, but the vines around it did. So, be on your
I
guard.
guess we're not going that way then.
No. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if it would have hurt that much if I was, wearing armor, but I was a bird. So.
You were in fact a giant eagle, so.
Yeah. Whew. It was spicy. Spicy vines.
Hmm.
When I was standing like right there in front of one of the shrubberies, did the shrubbery seem to have any facial features? Like, did it look like it was like a screaming mouth or like anything like, or was it just a blank face? Because like obviously you can only get so much detail, but
it had
carved
eyes
into it.
Yeah, like it had like
depressions for eye holes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, but it didn't seem to have any like facial expression of pure dread or something.
No, it's very hard for a shrub to do that.
Okay. Well, if it was somebody who was turned into a shrub, I thought maybe they would just look really sad about it. So.
All right. Well, we shall approach with caution.
Yeah.
And we shall walk up to the totally not haunted mansion.
Okay.
So there's a roof and there's a hole in the ceiling.
There is a hole in the roof. I did say that. Okay, so you go through the decrepit gate, up the not very well tended path of the garden, up to a house.
Oh, DM, question for you.
Yeah.
So I don't know a ton about potions. However, I do spend a lot of time with Raine. And Raine, I'm assuming, spends time in the garden. I'm there. She maybe tells me about stuff. Kind of like Kelly tells me about planes. So, I'm assuming that I have just like a little bit of second-hand knowledge. Could I roll like a nature check to see if I recognize any of these as being like super suspicious poisonous plants or anything?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
I mean, you did identify the poison ivy and poison sumac.
Okay, but it's not like stuff you would make toxins out of. It's just
no.
Don't rub this on yourself. Okay.
Don't rub yourself with poison ivy.
Yeah, that's valid.
Okay. So there's a large brass knocker in front of the house. It is
knock 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 knock.
Okay.
Does the door ominously just swing open on its own?
Yes, it does. It just goes.
Well, looks like we're being invited inside. Why
Mel
can't
will
anything
go
be
ahead
simple?
and she's not gonna like shove Zaitari back, but she's gonna just kind of like gently try to take point in case something jumps out, because she does have a little bit more armor and whatnot.
Sure, that's fine. I'll just
try to be in the way of projectiles, basically.
Yeah. Melanie can go in first and be my human-shaped shield, and while she's doing that, I will just say to the room, who's the guy we're looking for again, DM?
Louis Fritz.
Okay. Mr. Fritz, my name is Zaitari, and I'm here with my companion, Sir Melanie. We were hoping to talk with you about some books you might be in possession of.
There is. You do not hear a thing.
Okay.
It's very quiet. Melanie, as you enter the humble abode, it looks like a Gothic mansion-esque. Everything, the walls are black. There are skulls and taxidermy everywhere. There's a nice umbrella stand to your left, made out of cast iron. It
Mm.
looks like this place hasn't been cleaned in a while. There is a thick layer of dust that has settled on all the surfaces. And there is no light other than the natural light coming through the windows. However, that's not much because lots of the vines have covered the large glass pane windows.
Do these look like the same vines that were messing with me when I was an eagle?
Yes.
Those
Gods,
vines. Don't touch those vines.
Gods, I really hope this man isn't just dead. Well, let's
Honestly,
go.
if he is just dead, then we can just take the books. So that'd be
Let's-
awesome.
let's- I mean, I hope he's not dead, so he can at least. I don't know. I mean, yes, it would be nice to just take the books and for something to be simple for once, but I don't wish for this man to be dead. Let's
Well,
go look.
no, like I don't hope he got murdered, but like, boy, that'd be easy.
All right, let's go. Let's go take a look around. We'll stick together.
Okay. You make your way through the foyer. Enter what probably looks like to be like a nice sitting tea room at one point. As you continue on through the darkened house,
I'll cast dancing lights so that we can see real good.
Mhm.
And I'll keep announcing our presence every once in a while as we're walking through.
Okay.
So this man
while
isn't
we're-
surprised.
While we're walking through, Mel is trying to keep eyes out for. So her suspicion is that this is like a front, that he actually lives in like a cave or something near like here, and maybe there's like a door somewhere that he would travel through
Yeah.
from here somewhere else. So she's
That's
kind of
also what
keeping
I'm
an eye
thinking.
out for like any signs of people traveling through here, whether it be like, you know, dusty footprints or whatnot, or maybe marks in the ground where something's been moved, that sort of thing.
Yeah, Zaitari was thinking the exact same thing. So I'll assist with that line of thinking.
Okay, sounds good.
Would that be perception?
I'll give you perception.
Oh, thank God.
Roll it with advantage.
I will by default because, god damn, I'm gonna lucky that.
I'm gonna give you an inspiration too.
Ooh.
Okay, you don't need it.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to roll it, you can. It's a D12.
Nice. There's several things you notice about this home as you are walking through, keeping your head on a swivel. Like I said, first of all, it doesn't look like anything has disturbed this house in a very long time. The second thing about this is that's true for the floor.
That's what?
That's true for the floor and like where you're walking.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true for the ceiling.
What now?
I said that's not true for the ceiling. And the reason I say this is because you like I described, there's a thick layer of dust on the surfaces of where you're walking. Actually, you're leaving footprints because it hasn't been traversed on the ground for so long. The ceiling is not in the same state, however. When you look up, there looks like there's been like stuff that has disturbed the dust above you.
That's suspicious. Spiders, maybe?
Like
This man a spider. Does this man a spider?
as if like well, not spiders, but there are like places where there are just like pockets of like unevenness in the dust. There's areas where it's dusty, and then there's areas that aren't as dusty, like kind of like little like holes. Yeah.
The areas that are less dusty, do they appear to be near windows where those vines have been?
Yes.
Zaitari. I think those vines are coming in to this house and moving around. I think either this person has these vines as some sort of watchdog, or he was murdered by them.
Well, I guess we'll find out if we find a body.
Sure. If you want me to poke a vine, we can see what happens.
Let's not do that yet.
Okay.
Let's clear the house first, and then we'll do that.
That seems fair. Just maybe keep a bit of a breadth between us and the vines when we don't need to poke them.
Oh, don't worry, I won't turn you into another giant eagle so that you can go peck at them again.
Hey, now we know that. I mean, if I hadn't done that, then we might have just walked right into them. So you're welcome.
Potentially.
Raine, you get the inkling something is happening, but you're not sure what. You just got that feeling.
A Melanieism is happening. It's like that particular tingle you get at the back of your nose, like at like in the backs of your ears. It's like,
Yeah, something's
Melanie's
happening.
doing something.
Melanie did
She-
something.
She's
your
being
ears
an
are just
idiot without me.
Tingling somewhere. You're just like, ugh.
No, but it's only when she's not with you. It's like, oh no, Melanie's being an idiot without me. What's happening? I'm not there to
Valid.
stop her.
Actually valid.
So you're traveling through the house, and go ahead and roll me a D100.
Oh boy. I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
27.
fair enough. You end up where it looks like an office area. So when you open the door, there is a dusty desk. There are more taxidermied animals. This time you have a wolverine and a coyote in this one. Very badly taxidermied coyote. It looks like it's cross-eyed.
Oh.
But in the corner of the room, there is a person sitting.
Alive-ish looking?
Oh, they're sitting in a chair. Their back is facing you, but they are completely still. And it looks like this chair is facing a window. So it's kind of like a bigger like armchair. You see them. You see like the top of their head. You see their arms are on the armrest. But they're not moving.
I'm gonna send my dancing lights to go illuminate this figure in the chair as brightly as I possibly can.
Okay.
And also call out to them at the same time.
When
Mr.
you
Fitz?
when you do that, you see the right arm twitch a little bit, and you see the figure start moving. They have not made any sound yet.
Well, we have a good bit of distance.
Yeah, yeah. He hasn't like yeah. You do keep your distance between them. I'd say you are probably like 10 feet away from him at this point. It is
Okay.
a rather small room. When he turns to you,
Just gonna keep saying his name. Hope to God he answers.
his eyes are closed. He's about 5'9". He has white hair, but the top of his head is bald. And he has a very like kind of scraggly white like beard. And he looks at you, well, without his eyes opened, and he will nod in your direction.
Are there any vines touching him right now?
No.
Mr. Fitz, my name is Zaitari. This is my companion Melanie. We're sorry to barge in like this. May we
We knocked,
talk?
but nothing. I mean, the door opened, so we thought maybe that was a welcome.
So when he finally opens his eyes, there are no eyes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. But you do see like something like behind like the eye socket. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Please, please do not be. I cannot remember exactly what they're called, but they're just people made of worms. I would very much like for this to not be one of those. Pretty please.
Zaitari. Luckily, you're happy that it's not worms in his eyes.
Okay.
They're the tips of
But-
vines.
Ah,
Yeah,
nice.
I saw that
Okay.
coming.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Does he look corpsey?
He does look very corpsey.
does he look threatening at all? Does
He-
he look like he understands us and is trying to be a normal person?
He roll an insight check for me.
Sure. I'm trying to decide if I need to be like, okay, Melanie, he's dead, we need to kill him, or he's the vines now, we need to talk to the vines. So,
Or if he's always been the vines and we need to kill him.
true.
Why not both?
Poor Gato Mostos.
So you're trying to assess. He has not threatened. He's not been violent or threatening in any manner so far.
Sure.
He's just stood
Except
up.
to eagles.
He's just
I mean,
stood
the eagle
up.
was poking at his property.
True.
Hmm.
He stood up. He nodded in your direction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he's also a dead vine puppet, so this is sus.
Okay.
Like a forest spirit or something, you know?
True.
He does open his mouth, and at this point, like a really, really like this gravelly voice comes out, and and he says, "I am Fritz. You need. Did you say what you want? You said what you needed, right?
No, I just said we were here. Well,
We mentioned books.
yeah, I mentioned books when I initially came in, but to him, right now, I said, "Can we talk?"
Yes, we can talk. Sorry, it's been a while."
Sir, I would like to be completely clear. We do not intend any harm or violence to happen in this conversation that we are now having. And the reason why I preface this mostly is because I understand you to be the vines that are growing around this house. And we would very much like to not have to do anything to have you hurt us or us hurt you. We're just looking for some books that we understand to be here.
At this point, he is going to shuffle to the door that looks like it connects to the next room.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, there are many books in here. Take what
Definitely
you would
murder
like.
room.
And he does like kind of reveal there to be a small library next door.
Okay.
He says, I have no need for them.
Zaitari. Ask him how long he's been vines.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I know what or a nature check? Not like it really makes any difference for how I'm going to roll in this instance. To see if I can tell what the fuck is puppeting him.
Yeah, sure. You can give it the old college try.
I certainly can.
Also, hey, I will say, if he is undead, you do have kind of like, some in with the Raven Queen. Maybe you can pull
That
some.
was gonna be my next line of thinking. If I, oh hey, that's actually not bad.
So you have a theory, though it's
A game theory. Sorry.
you have a theory. However, it's not acting 100% like you think it should be.
Mhm.
This essentially sounds like a body taker plant.
Okay.
This is a species of plant that usually takes over entire populations. They replace creatures with podlings that hatch identical plant clones.
Ooh.
But
I fucking hate that. But okay.
but in all the tales and stories you've heard of these plants, this one is very isolate. Like you
Sounds pretty content.
yeah. You
Yeah.
traveled like an hour away from a major city to get here.
Yeah.
And there are probably like little villages and settlements around the city, but this thing
Yeah.
has stayed here, it looks like. And
Yeah.
it says it looks like, judging from the animated corpse, it looks like it's been here for a while. And
Yeah.
you did talk to the tavern, and they did say, well, he only comes like once a year.
How?
Now, you said that he has vines for eyeballs.
Yeah.
Is he connected to any vines, like puppet style, or is it more that like we happen to know that they're in his skin?
You get at this point you can hypothesize the vines are probably in him.
Okay.
Okay, but it doesn't look
Yeah,
like
so
he's
he doesn't need to
attached
be.
to them.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be attached to like some hive mind to be controlled.
Yeah.
It's like its own. He's his own little plant ecosystem.
Exactly. He is a living terrarium.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Because I was thinking of like, what is it, the Ooblex, that like they have to control their puppets, like they have to have a
Yeah.
little tether.
Yeah, but this one seems kind of chill about its situation, so I'm real curious about that. But I'll just say, Melanie, do you mind helping me look for the books that we're looking for?
Or are we going through a wooden door?
It is a wooden door.
Zaitari, does that door seem magical to you?
I'll make an Arcana check, I guess.
It seems like a normal door.
Okay.
Alright, then I can definitely take a door. So I just didn't want to be locked in somewhere magical, because then I'm not as useful. Yeah, let's go! This is definitely
yeah,
somewhere...
I'll let Melanie go in first because I'd like to ask plant puppeted corpse that was Mr. Fritz a question. So do you have a name? Because I would imagine that it's not Fitz unless it is, in which case never mind, but if you have a name, I would prefer to address you by it.
I keep Fritz. Fritz, the person you heard of Fritz made me. And then there's like a real like almost a pause that is too long
Mm-hmm.
before it continues, and then Dr. Fritz stopped moving one day.
Oh my god, I now feel so fucking bad for this plant.
And
Hold on. Did I miss something? Because you just said he stopped moving. What was before that?
Dr. Fritz made the plant.
Oh, my audio cut out. I'm sorry. Okay.
And I did not want him to stop moving. So, and then at this point, he gestures very jerkily to himself,
Mm-hmm.
and he says, "So, this is how this made me feel better. Us feel better." Hold on.
That's really smart, good, non-traumatic way to deal with grief. That's Jesus Christ.
God, I can't do Raise Dead because this person has definitely been dead for more than 10 days.
Can you do can you wish for a resurrection?
I have to see. Hold on. Why am I looking at 5e tool? Yeah, let me look at the next step of that. Yeah, it's 7th level. I could wish it resurrection. We'd be sleeping here. Yeah, I'm going to kind of, like, I just look so fucking sad now, looking at this plant man. I don't know if this is something that you would like for me to attempt. But I could. So the soul would have to be willing, of Dr. Fritz. But I could attempt to resurrect his body if you would like me to try.
He can't have died of old age.
He might have.
Yeah.
I mean, he also could have choked on a chicken bone. He lives
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My man was a recluse.
there was a community. At some point, any death over a certain age is a death of old age. If you got hit by a bus, it's because you couldn't get out of the way.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
it's true.
That's
it's
very
true.
true.
That is very
Well,
true.
that's like the Rakshasa. God, I was just reading this a couple days ago. So Rakshasas are immune to spells under a certain level, but it says it's immune to the effects of that spell, or negates it or whatever. And so the question is, if a fireball goes off in a mangrove grove, the normal price for mangroves.
Sorry, you got cut off, I think, while you were trying to say the joke.
Oh, so Rakshasas with their magic community.
Yeah.
If a fireball goes off in a mango grove.
Okay,
And now the cost of mangoes goes up. But it
Uh-huh.
was caused by the spell fireball. Does the Rakshasa pay the normal price for mangoes?
Oh my god.
Wow.
That is like some circuitous fucking logic right there, holy shit.
Right?
Oh
I love it.
This has come up at somebody's table, I guarantee it.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
not mangoes, but
Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. There's enough engineers and, like, turbo nerds who play, fucking D&D. I mean,
yeah.
if they could, if somebody can come up with the peasant railgun, anything's possible. So.
You like it takes a while for like the plant Fritz to answer, but it finally says, you. So you essentially you said you could try to bring him back.
I could try, because I make it exceptionally clear that the soul has to be willing.
And you might just want to mention that the body might not be capable, so it doesn't seem like he's being abandoned.
True, yeah,
Wreck
and
his
that
poor
too.
little
Yeah.
psyche.
Yeah, it does take it does take it a few minutes to be like, okay, okay, okay.
Dude,
Do
watch if he comes back and he's a total asshole.
do what would you need to do, or I would need to do?
For all
Really
we need
quick,
those books.
because, well, yeah, I mean, you were just going to let us have the books anyways. The only thing that I would need you to do is to leave his body so that it can be empty for the soul and body to recover at the same time. Because with the spell that I'm casting, in the way it's being done, it will happen instantaneously. Because when I cast Wish with any spell, like to recreate the effects of any spell, the casting time is instant. And it doesn't require any material components.
Okay.
Well, damn, that's like the fastest way you can cast Hallow then.
Yeah. It's the fastest way you can cast a lot of things. Yeah, because it says the spell simply takes effect. Yeah, and you don't need to meet any requirements of that spell, including the costly components. So it just does, which is why it's really powerful.
At this point, it says, we would like you to at least try. So they are going to leave. I'm not going to describe how.
Yeah, it's the butthole. It's fine.
They're gonna leave, and essentially when they leave, they are like a mass of like vines. Like, just think of like English ivy on steroids. And they'll sit themselves in a corner while you do this. Melanie, you went into the library, right?
Yep.
This has turned out a complete 180 from what I thought we were gonna have to do.
I'm digging around for books. I'm not the best person to be doing this.
Do you even
but
know
I'm
what
looking.
you're looking for?
Yeah, I know it's like tome of stuff. I'm assuming that the cover says gives +2 to 1 stat.
Oh my god.
But you know,
We're looking for the Tome of Understanding and the Tome of the Dexterity one.
yeah, I knew.
So we're looking for the Wisdom one and the Dexterity one.
Yeah. Ah, you son of a bitch. So yeah, I'm looking around.
roll an investigation check for me.
Investigation. That's 17. That's a good roll.
It takes a while, but like eventually, like about 15 minutes in, you think you've found them.
Oh, cool.
They're very clearly titled. They're very dusty. It looks like nobody's like been in here for ages.
Do I see anything else cool? Like, I don't know, something that says like super not cursed magic book knows many spells or something? Which, by the way, would be the kind of spell book that you would get that's like when you get a text that says your Netflix account has been turned off.
Oh yeah.
That's like
You
the
open
wizard
it and
version.
instead of like it's like getting your hands on a bag of holding, but actually it's a bag of devouring. That's
Yeah.
the equivalent of what you're getting with the spellbook.
Exactly.
Roll a d100 for me.
Oh, ooh. Okay. 1 second. Let me put down my needle. Oh god. I got a little Cthulhu needle holder. He's holding it for me.
Roll
D
3 times
100.
too.
Oh god.
All right. So first book.
Man, what are the odds that you rolled an 18 and a 17?
Second book. And third book. This is so. The last one.
Oh my god. Giant, that's hilarious. Giant flowers, friend or foe.
I look at that one and I'm just like,
A bit on the nose.
wow, this guy had a passion, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay, in the other room, you're using wish to get
Yes,
this guy back.
To cast resurrection, yeah.
All right. So the body has been deflated, just so you know, because
Yeah,
it's
but
filled with vines.
It does restore them as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this spell closes all mortal wounds and restores any missing body parts.
Great.
Let's see, neutralizes poisons, cures normal diseases. The only thing it doesn't do is remove magical diseases and curses.
Okay. So the good news is, instantaneously, Dr. Louis Fritz is back.
Wow.
The
Wow.
bad news is he opens his eyes and he starts screaming.
Oh, but it restores missing body parts.
Yeah, it does. You don't know how long he's been dead for, though.
Well, the soul had to be willing.
He was willing.
Okay.
Zaitari, what are you doing in there?
I'll rush over to him and put like a calming hand on him. Be like,
Where-
"Hello, Dr. Fritz. Dr. Fritz.
He's
It's okay.
like-
My name is Zaitari. My companion, Sir Melanie, is in your library right now. I believe she's coming in now, actually.
Right now, she's actually shoving books in her bag before she can be told no, and
Yeah,
then
that's a
she's
good
gonna
idea.
come out.
There's this hyperventilating man in the middle of the floor.
I'm gonna like I'm just gonna get down on his level, and I'm gonna do like deep breath with him, like try to guide his breathing to get him out of a panic attack.
What? What?
So I'm gonna kind of just like look over to the bundle of vines.
Mhm.
Your friend made the request that I try to resurrect you, and apparently the soul was willing, and here you are. I do not know how long you have been dead for.
I mean, we can tell him the date.
That's true. I tell him the date. If he's been dead for more than a century, then no, this does not happen.
He just squeezes his eyes closed, and he just very. Looks like I've been dead for 5 years.
It's been
Okay.
99 years and 11 months.
Well, yeah. That's not too terrible then.
And you're telling me you're telling me that, and he like
The good news is you don't have to. Nobody thinks you're dead, so you can just. You don't have to tell anybody you were resurrected. They all thought you were still alive, so
Thid
cool.
Thidleaf told you to bring me back.
Requested. I offered, and they said yes. So
And you see like the massive vines like kind of just like slowly creeps up to Dr. Fritz, not touching him, but kind of just like hesitantly, just like, is a couple like inches away, and Dr. Fritz just looks at the bundle of vines and kind of just pats it. Well,
they were very sad that you had passed.
Okay. I can't say I blame them. I'm gonna have to get used to this. Thank you. He kind of looks around the house. I guess I have a lot of work to do.
I would love to offer help. Unfortunately, I can't at the moment.
If we're not traveling right away, I can help you with that. A little bit of it, if you've got materials to use or something.
Oh, that's true. I do need to sleep before I can.
I can bring you to
Teleport.
one of the guest rooms. I don't know what kind of shape it will be in, but
The house is in a state.
I can see that.
Actually, why don't we can go into town and get you some food that isn't 5 years old. Because I'm assuming you're probably gonna be hungry, and maybe I could get a little bit of building supplies and patch up a couple things before we head out tomorrow. Would that be good?
that you're awfully. You are very kind.
We are the heroes of Leona. Not like you would know what that means, but
Not a clue.
Oh yeah. Oh, you've been gone the whole time we were famous. Yeah, we totally saved a city.
I will take your word for it, since you literally just performed a miracle.
Yeah.
we
You do that
are
sort of thing.
very powerful individuals. What can I say?
I guess I will take up your offer. Then Leaf, I will be back momentarily.
If you're not feeling up to traveling, I can go into town and back. It's
No,
not difficult.
I would like to. Everybody thinks I'm alive still.
Well, you did go into town from time to time.
How?
Thidleaf did.
How?
Well, he was sad that you. Well, no, I wasn't here for that, so I'm gonna shut
No.
up.
Yeah, I'll explain. He was very sad when you stopped moving, and seeing you moving again helped. If you understand what I mean by that.
Oh.
It was a little off-putting, but hey.
Well, I will be back soon. The Leaf. Oh my god. Oh the gods. We should walk and talk and. Yes.
Did you expect this to happen at all?
No.
Darren?
I thought you were
This
just
is
gonna.
the best.
I thought you were just gonna grab the books and burn the house down.
I mean, did I consider it? Yes.
Yeah, I mean that was certainly a possibility, but as soon as like this plant creature was like not outwardly attacking us, I'm like,
See, the
maybe
problem
it'll
was
talk.
You anticipated the fire, and that made it not happen.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true. That's very true. So he will take up your offer to go into town and get supplies. Luckily he still has money.
Oh, we'll.
I mean,
we'll pay.
we
We'll pay.
have money, so
we have
that's-
money. We'll pay. It's fine.
On your way there, just to like get his mind off of not being dead anymore, he tells you that he actually was a adventurer. He was retired and settled out in the out in the country, had his garden, started doing a couple experiments, and then one day was able to develop thin leaf. He had help at the house, but
I bet.
he said, in passing, he figured they had probably just moved on after he probably passed away. He said he passed away from a heart attack.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess have less bacon. Be careful.
But he explains that he did a lot of like seafaring adventures before he settled down. And he, of course, he asks you in turn, like, what you are up to, why you came to the house in the first place.
Well-
I will be forthright that we came for the books and that we
Yeah.
did trade for the books, and kind of like I'll be like, if that's okay. I realize that they weren't necessarily in the
Leaf said-
possession of the person that we technically were trading them for, but would you be okay with us using these?
Well, if you're going to save the world, be my guest.
Thanks.
Yeah, seems like our recurring
Leaf.
job right now.
Leaf did not have any use for them. I realize that you might, but again, we would like to save the world, and it would be helpful if we could have these books. We will return them to you as soon as everything's done.
She said, "No worries. I mean, they were just sitting in the library for years at that point. Don't worry about it. I had more than enough to retire on, so those books were just something I found later in life for a collection." Once he gets into town, he's like, they've gentrified some of these places. The old diner used to be there, and now it's not anymore. That makes me sad. But yeah,
Also, like, I guess as we're traveling, we'll try to give him like a quick major events of the last 5 years
Yeah.
in case you want to pretend you weren't dead type like rundown.
Yeah.
You know.
he greatly appreciates it. He also buys you like if you guys pass by a bakery, he goes in and like gets you all pastries on your way to getting building supplies.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Sure.
And yeah, and then you get building supplies and you just go back to the house and patch up a couple holes, I assume.
Yeah, I figure, well, he's got the hole in his roof, and I'm assuming that, I mean, he said the vine helps him, so figure between myself and the weird sentient vine, we can fix some stuff up for the guy.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much we'll try to, I imagine, just focus on the areas where, sleep is required so that
Mhm.
he doesn't have he's not in immediate danger,
Mhm.
or as much
Yeah.
as we can help with that. And then he sounds like he has money still, so long as adventurers didn't like fucking loot the place. But then again, Leaf did protect it. So
Yeah. Yeah, he brings you to the guest bedrooms, which, you know, in like before like the disrepair, they were pretty nice bedrooms. Um but he's just like, please feel free to stay. It sounds like you're gonna just be in and out, so please feel free to like stay as long as you need. Um yeah, I have a lot of rebuilding to do, but I think between, you know, the leaf and me, I think we should be okay. I might hire some repair folk once you leave. Sure, I'm sure that won't be too difficult. Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, we've had a long day. We'll rest and be out of your hair tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good.
I mean, if there's anything we could do for you, more than happy within reason to help out. But I imagine that you're probably really tired.
I am. I'm a little tired. I was hungry, but we went to get those pastries. So that was nice. Yeah. Thank you again. I'm gonna have to get used to this, but I didn't realize how much they cared about me.
An awful lot, it seems.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of nice. In a weird way.
You might want to either like make him a buddy or give him some talks about death or something, because he was really sad.
Yeah,
So
he learned a lot in those 5 years because he was barely commutative while I was alive. So they might have developed very quickly after the fact.
Oh, I guess so.
Well, if you need any sentient plants or expertise in sentient plants, let me know. Whether
I mean, listen, maybe we'll visit after all this is over because, well, her fiance is a bit of a gardener now, and I'm sure probably wouldn't mind doing it more once we retire ourselves.
I'm available for tips. All right.
This potion will literally crawl down your throat.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
Didn't think that through, Zaitari, did you?
I mean, listen, we're here now.
Okay. I think this is a good time to stop since we are now 2 down. So
Hey.
sorry.
Hello.